Hi, Flosstube friends. Welcome to my October wrap-up on my channel, Crafty Cat Stitcher. My name is Kathy, and this is a channel mostly about cross-stitch, and you will see other crafts once in a while as well. So if you're new here, welcome, and if you are returning, of course, welcome. Welcome, everybody. So this is video number 106, and today is Tuesday, November 4th, 2025. So we just got through with Halloween, and now we're already into that month of November, and I can't believe it. I know I say this all the time, but this year, it seems like it was just February, and I was still doing physical therapy for my hand. What? I don't know where this year went. And it was actually a very good year, so I guess I shouldn't, I'm not complaining, but time is really speeding up for some reason. I don't know. Since I've seen you last, let's see. We've had October, had a good stitching meetup. Like I said, we had Halloween last week. It was kind of a strange Halloween because I'm thinking, Halloween's on a Friday this year. We're going to have kids. We're going to have to sit up by the front door and just sit there. We had maybe 30 kids, which is good, but I think last year it was in the 70s. So I don't know why. It was Friday. Nobody goes to school on Saturday that I know of. I don't know. Maybe they do. But, okay. So, and now we're in that November month where everything starts to get busy. And my neighbor on the corner, first of all, as many of you know, and some of you probably don't, I live in that subdivision. The one that goes crazy decorating, and it's all for a good cause, but we've been through this many times. But the corner house is pretty much like the welcome house. It's where you drive in first, and it's covered completely in lights, and the lawn and everything is covered in lights. And the man already has the cherry picker out there so that he can decorate, and he's got the part that needs the cherry picker already covered with lights. Yeah. So, when you do something like that, you can't start on December 15th. I mean, you got to start on November 1st. So that's what's going on in my portion of the world. Also, my husband and I took a short trip to St. Augustine, Florida 2 weeks ago. I was going to say last week, but no. And it was beautiful. The weather was, I don't know if you could get more perfect. It was so nice. Not cold, not hot, no rain. And we had a real nice time. It was very low key. There are no cross-stitch stores in St. Augustine. But despite that, it's been a good month. And I want to show you some things I've been working on and some other things. And we'll do a little chatting today. But you're going to look at this and say, well, in a month, you've hardly stitched anything. I got to agree with you. I don't know what happened. I don't know whether I spent more time on, I'm all messed up here, I'm sorry. And I thought it was organized. I don't know whether I spent more time on each project or I got sidetracked or what. I don't even know. But I am so sorry. This is just, okay, here it is. Okay, the first thing I worked on for the month was Frosty Forest, and it's by Country Cottage Needleworks. And there it is. And this is one of 8. Now, Frosty Forest has 9 charts. And I was going to do the 3, 3, and 3. And I saw somebody do 4 and 4. And they took out the one that says Frosty Forest. Left that one totally out. And I said, that's how I want to do this. So right now I'm working on snowy reindeer, which are so cute, right? I'm doing this on a real pale gray. I wish I would have gone maybe a shade darker in the gray, but you know what? I think it's fine. And there it is, and that's what I'm working on. So I actually did all this, I believe, which for me is a lot. Because also the other thing you might not know about me is that I'm the slowest stitcher in the world. So actually that's not too bad. So there it is. So there's the idea, 4 and 4. I really like it. This is a Jobelin, I believe, and it's 32 count. Very light gray. I am so bad with fabric names. And I don't really have an excuse for it other than in my stash, I have a lot of fabric that I got when I was helping out a friend with her cross stitch store, maybe 15 years ago, about 14, 15 years ago. And I got a lot of fabric during that time. I was able to purchase it at a real discount. And back then, I didn't register the name of fabrics. I knew what Aida and linen and even weave were. I knew that and the type of fabric, but the names of dyed fabrics, I just didn't, and I didn't think that was important. So I have a stash, and I don't know what some of these are. So forgive me for that. That's one of my big downfalls. So one of the things I did this month was I started a new project, and in the past I have stitched this Cricut collection, Be Ye Thankful. And it's right now, it is hanging up on my wall. But I kept the chart because I love that acorn. Can you see it? There it is. It's so cute. So I thought, I'm going to start that. It was kind of like in a fall mode. On the Frosty Forest, I'm using all DMC. And on this one, I just started. It's just a start. And there's my start. That's it. I'm stitching it on this really gold. It is a saturated gold. And it's very pretty. 32 count, probably Lugana. And that's it. That's all I've got so far. And I'm using most of the call for colors. And it's kind of fun. I mean, there's the colors. It's a good little assortment of fall DMCs. That's how I do. I'm more likely to pull out DMCs if I don't have the overdyes that are called for. And I don't even know, are there even any overdyes called for here? Let me check real quick. No, this is all DMC. DMC or Inker. They did not even have an overdyed chart. Okay. So one other thing I wanted to do was every year I stitch an ornament for my son and daughter-in-law. They got married. They've been married for 9 years. And so I think it's cool, and I think they appreciate it. They seem to appreciate it because those ornaments, when we do go there for Christmas, they're on the tree. And that makes me very happy. And it's kind of fun to go and see what, kind of go through my past stitching and see what's there. So I decided I was going to make them strawberry. And I got this, I have this Christmas Strawberries Prairie Schooler number 101. And I decided on this quilt kind of design one because Stephanie, my daughter-in-law, does quilting and among other things. She's very talented, and I am using, or let's see, DMC. Here we go, DMC. We got 3012 is the green and 498 for the red. Just something real different. I switched those colors up from what they called for, just because. And I stitched it on a 32. It calls for 32 count. And I just found a piece of white Jobelin, and there it is. I got this done. It is pretty much fresh off the hoop. There it is. So now I've got to fashion this into a strawberry. And I know I can do it because I've done strawberries. But I'm so excited about it. I think it's going to be really cute. And that was not the only thing I stitched. So they're actually getting 2 ornaments this year. I did 2 last year, I believe, too. I had a lot of time last year. And I'm sorry, I keep looking out the window. You know, I get so distracted. I probably should close the shutters. So I decided to do 2 ornaments this year. And this one is actually an FFO. So I have a finish and an FFO. And I've decided to go with the Prairie Schooler theme this year. I got this one from the leaflet Snowmen and Santas, or Santas and Snowmen one. And I stitched it on a piece of, it's like a neutral, natural color Lugana Jobelin even weave. Mostly the called for colors, except the reindeer. I think I switched his color up a little bit. Probably because I didn't have what they called for, but that's him. And this is the back. I went with kind of like a retro kind of Christmas tree and a little charm. So there it is. I'm really happy with it. It was fun to finish, and I think they'll like it. So, and I want to get these done because we're going to be there for Thanksgiving, and I just want to give it to them then. I don't know if we're going to see them on Christmas or not. I don't think so. They're extremely busy. So, okay, so I had some whips, and it seems like there's another one in there that let me look and see if I missed anything. No. Usually I have 4, 5, 6, 7 whips to show you. I don't know. But at least I had a couple new starts and a finish and an FFO. So that's big, right? And another thing that I don't have much of are new things. I didn't buy much this month, which is good. And the one thing I did buy, I bought it, this is in PDF, and I printed it. Do you have this problem? I mean, the printer ink runs out so fast on my printer. So this is just sort of a horrible picture of a extremely cute chart. I saw this chart on Instagram finished up, and I said, I gotta have it. So it's Pear Noel Rose, and it's by Collection Tralala. And I'm gonna push it up real far. Do you see it? It's so cute. It's the cutest Santa, and there's a bunny. Oh. And I saw this finished up, and it's so cute. So I had to buy it. I usually don't print out every single PDF I buy until I stitch it. But I felt like showing you this today because it's just too cute. I keep all my PDFs organized in a folder in my documents. It's called Stitching and Sewing, and this way that stays safe. If I had them once all over the place, and I lost a bunch. I don't know how they poof disappeared. So I made up this Stitching and Sewing, and I see them all by name, and so I have them all, and they're all safely stored on my computer. So, one more FFO. Look at this. Well, maybe I did do a lot of things this month. I don't know, but I had this Blackbird Designs. I think it's called Basket of Cherries, I think. And I wanted to do a little demonstration at our stitching meetup of how to do lacing. And I did that. And as I was doing it, I thought I'd rather pin this. And so I did show them. So I hope that they benefited from the lacing demo I did, which was okay. I thought I did okay. And but when I got home and I looked at it, I go, no, I'm pinning this. It's so much neater. And I just cut all that out and I pinned it because it's for me it's easier. Okay. So there it is. And they're cute. I just got this little frame on Amazon. It's wood. It's not like it's more of a photo frame because this part is not very deep. The part where it rests into is not very deep. And I couldn't even use the point driver to put points in to hold it, but it's real snug. It's not going anywhere. And if I hang it, I think I'm going to hang it. I put some scrapbook paper on the back, which is a good alternative. I do both craft paper and scrapbook paper. And I just think this is a good alternative sometimes too, for hanging, especially if you have this sitting in one of those holders and you could see the back. I just think it's kind of looks nice, kind of nice. So anyway, I did that. So at least I got an FFO, right? Okay, let's put some things away. So, so you noticed that I bought a Christmas pattern, right? This collection, tra-la-la. And I know in the past I've said, that's it. I'm not stitching anything else Christmas. I love stitching Christmas. I think Christmas charts are so cute. But I have so much, and I can only put out so much. And I only have so much wall space, right? So I said, okay, that's it. I'm not stitching anymore. But we talked about this last month. This was our topic from last month. Is there something in stitching that you say, I'm never going to do that, or I'm always going to do that? And my whole thing was, I can never say never because you just don't know. But so I did get some good responses, and thank you for a lot of you for commenting. There's certain things that we don't want to do, like, certain fabrics that we don't want to use, certain threads we don't want to use. And that's fine. That's how your stitching should be. It should be something that is pleasing to you as the person who's stitching it. So thank you for contributing for your input, because I think this part of why I do Flosstube is to communicate with other stitchers, find out what you're thinking. Is it the same as me? Is it totally different? And the good thing about being different, that's what we are as stitchers. We don't all stitch the same thing. wouldn't be a boring world if we were all the same, wouldn't it? Yeah, that's what I'm saying. My question for this video, I'm going to do a little cross stitch chat on every video. And this is a good one. This is one that, this time of the year, I start thinking about. How do you keep track of your stitching? And I'm not talking how you organize charts or anything like that. I'm just about what you stitch in a day. And I watch Flosstube, and I go on Instagram. People show their planners, and they write so nicely in each little square what they did that day. And it just looks so good. Or they'll put little stickers or just like draw something on there. And it's like, that I really like that. It's so nice and so cool to keep track of what you're doing. But for me, a few years in a row, I have purchased like a planner book for that very purpose, to keep track of cross stitch. And I'm gung-ho for like 2 weeks. And then for some reason, it just goes out the door. And I have no idea why. I just can't keep myself motivated to filling it in every day, to writing things down every day. And I don't know why. It's not like I'm super busy and I'm not scatterbrained. It's just, I think you have to have a certain amount of motivation, and I don't know why I don't. So last year, what I decided to do, instead of spending money on a book that goes, 90% unused, I just had a little, it's still there. I see it. It's in my bookcase. I had this little journal, and it was like maybe 5 days I wrote in it, and that was it. So my question for you is, do you keep track of your stitching in a journal or a planner book or a calendar book? And how do you do it? What keeps you motivated to do it? Those are my questions, because I still would like to do it because, a little while ago I was thinking, I feel like I had a pretty good stitching year. But I thought, what did I even get done? I don't know. I could go back and try to think about what I finished during the year. But wouldn't it be nice to have a place where I said, hey, I finished this? And I know, it's just a matter of taking the time, isn't it? But tell me what you do. Let me know how you do it and what keeps you motivated. Thank you. I appreciate that. Any answers you can give me in advance. So last video, I showed you what my fall decorations were. In this one, I'm going to show you Halloween. And as soon as I do this, these are all going to go away for the year. So I'll show you all my little Halloween things. And this first one is Candy Corn of Mischief, and it's by Bent Creek. And it's done on like a real, almost like a burlap kind of fabric. And this is all pearl cotton. It was a kit. This part was a kit. This was my finishing. That was fun. That's really funny. And I had this trim, which I think is perfect for it. So that's one. I had this out for a while. I'm going to put it over there. The second one I have, there's another one that I have, but I put it away. It's a little tiny one. But this one is Luminous Fiber Arts. I think it's called Scaredy Cat. No, it's Cat-O-Lantern. It's Cat-O-Lantern. I'm sorry. And I did this one on an even weave. Pretty cool color. Worked out real well for this. And this was a fun stitch. This might be one of my favorite things that I stitched and finished. I did it in a flat fold. there's the fabric. It's kind of like, and I had this ribbon and I was like, oh, this can be so cute. But who sees the ribbon? But I did, this is like a nice little bow. I did a black ribbon. I had a button that's like a frosty pumpkin. And you know what? What was I going to use it for? This. It's perfect. So anyway, there it is. There's the ribbon. I don't know. I also did a Mill Hill at some point. And oh, there's another one that I put some scrapbook paper on the back because I knew I wasn't going to hang it. I put it in one of those wire picture holders and just set it on a shelf. But this one's Mill Hill. It's Scaredy Cats. But done on perforated paper. Tons of beading. But it's so cute. And those cats. The cats are stitched and beaded. And it's just, like I said, a ton of beads. That's a cute one. And another one is just a frame I got. I think it was an unfinished frame I got somewhere. Etsy maybe. And I just made up my own paint mixture and did a real thin coat, a watered down coat of paint. And I'm going to put that over there. And one more, just a big one. There's that one, Waxing Moon. And it's Black Cat's Halloween. I think he's so cute. I just love this cat. The fabric, again, I don't know. I don't know. And it's all, I think it's all DMC. 310. There it is. So cute. So anyway, those are my Halloween decorations that are now going away. I forgot one other thing that I did buy besides the the Christmas chart that I bought. I also got the Christmas issue, ornament issue, which I think it has some really cute things. I think it has more than last year's had that I'm personally interested in. So there are quite a few cute things in here that I would stitch. So it's almost like I feel like I have to buy this because I think I have every issue except for one. And so I just feel like I have got to get that. I don't know. Okay. It's going to be a pretty quick video. Last video's giveaway was for Honey Fair, October House Fiber Arts. And I wanted you to say B, and many of you did. And my winner, I've got my winner here, Stitching by the River 8666. Okay, Stitching by the River 8666. So please, I want to have my email below in the notes. And you can just email me and give me your address and I'll get that out. And I hope you enjoy stitching it. And I've got a new giveaway. And let's do a little Christmassy thing. This one is Country Cottage Needleworks. It is Sugar Plum Fairy. Does anybody want to stitch Sugar Plum Fairy? So there it is. It's very cute. It's very Christmassy. And it's all DMC. So very cute. So if you are interested in stitching that, just say the word sugar and we'll see what happens next month. So that was this is a quick video because like I was talking about, I don't have too much to show for some odd reason. I have no idea. Maybe, I don't know. I do feel like I accomplished some things though with getting the one ornament FFO and the other ornament ready to FFO. So that's good. I really want to spend some time this afternoon doing some stitching, getting back into a good rotation. My little rotation, which is a very casual rotation where I just stitch for a few days and something, go pick something else out. Keep getting sidetracked by wanting to start new things. And there's a lot to start. And when you have a stitch group, you get so many good ideas. And it's actually a good thing, you know? And we do shared charts and we do some giveaways for charts at every meeting. So, but there's so much to see. And then when you go on Instagram and you're seeing the beautiful things that people are stitching, it's such a good thing, you know. It's not a bad thing to want to do that, I guess. So plans, I'm just gonna stitch. I'm gonna do some stitching and finish my strawberry. I have not yet framed my tree of life. That is my goal was to have it framed by the end of the year. However, the place I want to put it, even if I framed it, because that's the one I bought the frame for from Hobby Lobby. Even if I finished, I framed it, got it all done, that the Christmas tree, it would hide it because it's going to be I know exactly where it's going to go. And that's where the Christmas tree is. So like for a month, you wouldn't even see it. So I'm not going to push myself to get that done real super fast. But I do want to, you know, I have everything on hand to frame it. And it's going to be a big job because it's like one of the biggest things I'll ever frame. And I'll get it done. I'm just not going to get upset with myself if I don't get it done by the end of the year. So, which is coming very soon. Like, yeah. So, I'm looking around. I don't see anything else. I think this is it for this video. I'm glad you stopped in. And I hope that you are getting your stitching time and that you're enjoying every minute of it. I hope you liked this video and that you saw something in there you liked. Please comment. I really like comments, as you know. And I will see you hopefully in about a month. I would think it would be probably the first part of December. I can't believe I'm saying this. But that's probably when it's going to be. You know, we got that Thanksgiving week that it's like the lady that cuts my hair goes, this is just the second Thanksgiving that's right on top of the Christmas season. And I knew exactly what she meant because sometimes we get like a week in there, like a week of November after Thanksgiving. So, you know, it's always the fourth Thursday. And sometimes you get that extra week and you get a little bit of time. And this can be like, you know, we're going to be done with Thanksgiving and that Monday starts December. So, yeah, I know. It's the passage of time. I don't know what to say. So I hope you take care and you're doing well and enjoy your stitching. And I'll see you next time. Bye.